I have not even gone in as deep as I normally would go in years past. And again, it it really it's all because of one thing, and I got to say, for all of you out there, I'm not sure how you're dealing with it, and you can share on the chat board. You can send me a DM on IG or X or Threads or Blue Sky, whatever, wherever you follow me on LinkedIn. Uh, Actually, there's one listener that reaches out to me on LinkedIn. Anyway, I don't know how you're dealing with this upcoming season. I've never, ever, ever really had this kind of a feeling like it's so over. And I had this before the press conference with you know now there's a lot of people that are now on the island with me. You know what I'm saying? Because that's usually what happens, as you all know, on this show. Usually I say something and it's way ahead, and then eventually everybody starts joining me, right? And this island now has gotten overcrowded after the Calais Campbell, Teron Armstead's gone. What's it called? Jalen Ramsey now. Then the Chris Greer press conference. Now people see what I already saw way before all of this, and why I told you the season's over, why I have no hope, why it's. I don't know how you guys are dealing with this. I really don't. Like we've talked about, I'm going to watch it and all that, but I have no enthusiasm. It's the weirdest thing, dude. Like, I have no enthusiasm for next season, none whatsoever. And I don't know how some of you are coping with this. I'm interested, because like some guy on Twitter was like, "Well, let's just draft Lyman and we'll be just fine." And I go to him, dude, the guy that's coaching can't coach. Like, what's wrong with you? Doesn't matter who you draft. The last 2 years, you should have won a lot more games in the regular season. I know, like 2 years ago, by the end of the year, you had a bunch of injured players, and it was going to be hard to win in the playoffs. But during the regular season, you should have done a better job of winning more games. Last year, you should have won 11, 12, 13 games. Easily 3 to 5 more games than you won. Easily. You all can go through the entire schedule and look at those games and say, "Whoa, they should have won this game and that game and that." So it just shows you that you could give the guy anything and he's still not going to maximize it. So that's why I kind of laugh. And it's like this delusional state that some fans have. Okay, we can't discuss those of you that are delusional and you're like, well, um, I'm a fan. This is our year. Or nobody expects us to win. For sure, we're going to win now. You know what I'm saying? Oh, anything can happen. Oh, I've heard that too. It's like, whatever, man. Those people you can't reason with because they don't like to live in reality. Those are the kind of people that kind of like avoid the news because they don't want to hear about bad shit happening or something like that. Those people are kind of like a little soft. Let's just put it that way. Those fans that like they don't want to hear the reality of it, those are soft. I'm talking to you all out there, the ones that are on my island now, the ones that see through everything that's going on, and you go, "Wow, there's no way you can win in this environment. There's no way you can win with this talent. There's no way you can win with that coach. It's over." So those are the people I'm talking to, the realistic people. How are you going to cope with this season? How are you coping with the off season? You can already tell how I'm coping with it. I don't give it that much. I had to go today to the neurologist because I went to the neurosurgeon last week to ask him about something, and he checked out my MRI and everything, and it all went well. And then I went to the neurologist today, to ask the 2 questions that the neurosurgeon couldn't answer. And he answered, and it's cool and it's kosher. And I'm great, dude. Everything's been fantastic, just in case. But on my way there and back, I'm hearing my man Joe Rose, poor Joe Rose. Well, we really need to do this and really got to get a guard here. And it's like, you're gung ho about what, bro? And I get it. You want to try to keep people listening, so you can't be really honest about it. You call the games, all that. So you can't do what I do. You can't be brutally honest. You know what I'm saying? Nobody really can do what I do. Beat writers can't be brutally honest like me, because then the people are reading going, well, why do I need to read this beat writer? He already told me it's over, right? And he's just going to keep telling me it's over. And so that's it. I can't handle that. So it's just funny listening to the hopeless or the bullshitters. And certain people have agendas, and so they have to feed you bullshit, But for those of you that are away from all of it, how are you dealing with this? Because this is a feeling I've never had before as a Dolphins fan. I've never felt so hopeless, helpless, and like it's way over before it began, pretty much. Way over. Like, at least the Cam Cameron one, I didn't know until it actually happened. We had all the goofiness and the thumb up, right side up, down, or whatever, during the whole Ted Ginn pick. And we had those kind of things go on. But then finally, when the coaching started and the game started, that's when we got hit like with reality in the face. Like, holy shit, this guy's really bad. That was okay. But you didn't know until you knew. Here, we already have 3 years of watching this goofball on the sidelines not know how to coach. The guy didn't even know the down in a playoff game. I mean, his players walk off the field in the middle of plays, and he has no idea. It's 30-16, and Tyreek and Waddle took the playoff? Wow. So I just want I'm wondering, how are you Dolphins handling all this shit? How are you dealing with this offseason? How are you dealing with the lack of expectations for this season? Because only someone who's insane, someone who's delusional, someone who's hopeless will actually put, what's it called? Like some kind of reasoning that this team is going to do anything. Like, if you try to make a case for this team being good, come on, man. Come on. I've never dealt with this. Like, I'm going to watch with zero enthusiasm, which is crazy. I've never had that. I've never had that ever in my life. I've never had that.